Hello there, Rabbi.
Hello, Joe.
Are you giving me the bird?
You know, if the shoe fits, but I have no idea what that really means. So what are you saying? What are you trying to tell me?
Well, without boiling it down to the definition of what the bird is or used to be, there are lots of old arguments and expressions that some people use that nobody understands anymore. But the one thing that tends to hang around more than anything else is zombie arguments. Old arguments that nobody has ever been able to resolve, but keep coming back to entertain and vex us as time goes by.
Yeah, I think of them as really haunting us. I mean, I quote from old TV shows and old movies. However, I'm doing that as a source of entertainment. I'm not using it to prove something. Zombie arguments, they're around all the time. Uh, Climate change, it's not happening. Uh, the election was a fraud. It was stolen. Never was. And it goes on and on. And no matter how much the evidence mounts up, and we're not talking about old arguments, things like, well, you can't go swimming if you've eaten, you have to wait an hour. Or is it half an hour? Or is it 3 hours and 2 days? But that doesn't come up anymore because that's finally gone and people accept the research and the study and the science. That's not a zombie argument. Zombie arguments are maddening because the best minds in the known universe have argued against, have demonstrated, have proven, we've done studies, and yet you think it's gone. And then you read it in the paper, or you hear about it, or one of your family. You're at the dinner table, you're at Christmas, Easter, Passover, Hanukkah, at a holiday, and somebody brings up a zombie argument, and you go, but that was disproved. Why are you still believing it? And the very nature of a zombie argument is you can't kill it. You can't kill a zombie. No amount of logic, no amount of reasoning will get the other person to stop and go, oh, you're right. Water doesn't boil at any temperature that I would like it to boil at. It has specific temperatures at certain pressures. Wow. I never realized. And it keeps coming up in history. It comes up in religion when people teach us lessons or tell us things that archaeology has disproven. Science has disproven. It doesn't mean religion's bad. It doesn't mean that religion's wrong. It also demonstrates that it's foolish to believe in a religion because you have a zombie argument. And that's what really bothers me a lot, Joe, about religion. People seem to think that I can only believe in God if Noah's Ark really existed. There's no Noah's Ark, never existed. And there's good archaeological evidence that the earth was completely covered by water. Of course it was, from some billion years ago, and then the water drained and dry land appeared. Okay, but we don't have to connect it to some supernatural imaginary person in the sky. We can then still believe in religion. So that's what touches me is I hear zombie arguments on religious subjects that why are you basing your religion on fiction, on fairy tales, when there's good spiritual basis and there's reasonable things to look at? So that's where I have trouble with most zombie arguments. But start looking. You're going to hear some zombie arguments tomorrow on the news. You pick up your favorite newspaper. Well, read it online, like I do. You're going to see zombie arguments. So start staying alert to those arguments that are dead and gone. And yet here they are marching along, swaying the masses.
Well, we're going to be at St. Patrick's Day eventually, and then the unicorn song is going to come up with Noah's Ark, and we'll have to see how many people really believe that green beer is the reason we don't have unicorns anymore. But thank you very much, Rabbi.